Last night was President Biden's first address to Congress, and I said pretty much right after it ended that it wasn't necessarily designed for me. He doesn't go nearly far enough for me on a number of these topics, and tons of topics, including student loan debt cancellation, weren't even broached that I would have had be a big focus. That said, I could tell that while most Americans probably weren't going to watch it, those who did, I expected would probably like it. He seemed to be talking about crises that people care about. There wasn't anything insane going on. And it turns out that according to initial polls, it looks like that was largely true. New CNN poll shows about half of Americans who watched his address to Congress had a very positive reaction to the speech. So that's very positive. 71% said they walked away feeling more optimistic about the country's direction. They also said that his policy proposals would move the country in the right direction. That was 73% of them, rather than the wrong direction, 27%, which is, I mean, that's a smaller percentage than even just like Trump's core, let alone other Republicans who might be disinclined to like Joe Biden. We got a little bit more on this, and we'll certainly get to the reactions. But Viviana, what did you think of the speech?
I mean, I'm right there with you, John. I think that there was a lot more that he could have went into. That being said, I'm excited that we have a president who at least is going through the proper motions, and we don't have a toddler up there that is unable to even read a teleprompter. Biden was reading the prompter for the most part, but he was really warm. He was really trying to connect with the audience. It was a sparse crowd there in person, but I felt like he really was trying to rally the country together. And it's funny to me, a lot of the reactions, especially from the right mainstream media, saying, where's the bipartisanship? Well, where was it in your, like, why all of a sudden is that important to you, But it's also funny to me to see outlets like CNN really calling Biden a progressive and a left candidate, which is like the furthest thing from the truth. I mean, there's so many moderates in the Democratic Party right now that it's a little bit scary. And I do like that he is making some steps, progressive steps in regards to community college. And there's that child care tax credit that's gonna be huge for so many families. So, I like that he said that this crisis can give us a little bit of an opportunity, and that's smart. That's, if you want to talk about a businessman, Donald Trump, business people look for opportunity in crisis. And I think that, Biden is really, it was a great angle to take, because we do have a lot of opportunity to kind of get ahead of the game. The infrastructure has been crumbling since Obama went into office. I mean, they've been talking about building the infrastructure. So overall, I give him a thumbs up, but it's kind of like what we were used to before. Anything's an improvement.
Yeah, I try to watch it both as myself and as what if I were a regular person, occasionally tuning into the news, dealing with my life's problems. What would I think? And I think that person would be more satisfied with what they saw. Did you happen to catch Representative Bowman's speech?
I did watch some of it just after. Just
any thoughts about that?
I just feel like we have so much discourse amongst everybody that it's hard to stay positive with that kind of stuff going on.
Oh, are you thinking of Tim Scott, the Republican response?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
there were multiple responses right off the bat.
Yeah.
Well, what did you think about Tim Scott's?
I mean, just that I really, I'm glad that he doesn't feel like there's racism, and I'm glad. I mean, that's great news for him. But I've said this before on the show, John, I'll say it again. You don't have to be white to be a white supremacist. And I think it's such a buzzword right now. And it's shocking to me that it's even being spoken by some of these major political leaders. But we do have to acknowledge that when we say that this country is a racist country, that doesn't mean that everybody's a KKK member. It means that we were founded on principles that really relied on racism to create growth and expansion. And so if we don't acknowledge that moving forward, and that's really what all of this hullabaloo about critical race theory discovers, is like, we gotta look at some of those things so we can get past it. And so that's what I mean about the divisiveness. I feel like everybody is really trying to distance themselves from anything they think is extreme. And everybody's saying the working man, and even Biden talking about how important unions are when Amazon just won that deal and there's no union with Amazon. Gig work is bigger than ever. Nobody's being compensated the way they should. He talked about minimum wage, that was great. But you have people like Senator Scott, and I'm sorry I mixed him with Bowman, but you have people like that coming forward and really kind of devaluing other people's experiences. You cannot just say, well, I haven't experienced it, so it must not exist. Well, I haven't experienced a lot of things, and that doesn't mean they don't happen. So it's a real rough time right now, and I'm very afraid because I think we know that 2024 is going to be a really, really monumental election, and the way we're going, it's critical that we get things right.
Yeah, I'm not at this point feeling super optimistic about what is likely to happen in the next presidential election, but appreciate your response.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.